Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Who is in this gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is another lesson through the Spirit. I know several brothers have already went into this, including the elder apostle Rhyme Lob, which I called like the last 30 minutes of his show. And he was going into this Bowser-Pinto plan with these two fucking bitches right here. Look like men. All right, especially the one on the left. She really looks like Bowser. And if you people are familiar with who fucking Bowser or King Koopa is, Mario Brothers, feel free to look them up. Okay? And just to be a little humorous with it. Matter of fact, I already did. This is Bowser right here, a.k.a. King Koopa. Okay? And Bowser means like an imbecile or like a heavy tank or like a particular, like a heavy vehicle, so to speak, or an imbecile. Okay? So, let's look up King Koopa. Because that's exactly the spirit she comes in, which we've been telling you stupid jakes out there that this Democratic Party was going to lead you into oblivion. Okay, and if anybody's familiar with Mario Brothers, which everybody should, this is your king. This is Bowser right here. Okay, a.k.a. King Koopa. He was called King Koopa before they named him Bowser in the successful sequels. But nonetheless, this is who you call Bowser right here. This lizard-looking dude. Okay, and if you look up the word Bowser, like I said, it means to something large or like a tanker or an imbecile. Okay, because you got this strong, manly-looking bitch right here, both of them. Okay, that's pretty much getting ready to bring down draconian measures. And we've been telling you, Jakes, for the longest that they were getting ready to come down with some strict parameters, man, for you to assume your freedoms. So it says the Bowser-Pinto plan will not make D.C. safer. It says instead of solutions, Mayor Bowser's proposed plan is full of cuts to vital social services, which is going to affect a lot of you women. Okay, a lot of you Black and Latino women. Okay, a lot of you are going to get affected by these particular cuts. But it says cut SNAPs, which is food stamps, which in Illinois, they used to call it the Link program. I don't know if they still call it that or SNAP or EBT, but it was known as Link. And people say, where's my Link card? But now it's called SNAP. It says domestic violence support. Okay, meaning that domestic violences are going to be at an all-time high. We know that among cases of Jake, domestic violence is oftentimes high because the Black woman can't shut her fucking mouth. And in retrospect, you got a lot of Black women that deals with other women, you know, and it seems to go left every time. It says homeless prevention and eviction support, meaning that they're not going to help you with your bills. Okay, you behind on rent, then the state, they don't have to intervene and give you an incentive to help pay off your rent. I remember during the time of the pandemic, they were helping people out with their rents, like with back pay. And they had put like so many hundreds of dollars on your rent every month to kind of sustain you. But now they're cutting all that off. Okay, because, hey, we coming in a time now that you're going to have that micro C hit in order to live a so-called profitable life. It says emergency rental assistance, transitional support from shelter to housing homes, youth re-entry diversion programs. And it says, and these cuts will not improve safety. But you know what? Good. Because this is going to directly affect a lot of you Jakes. And not only in Washington, D.C., but when this is extolled to Washington, D.C., Chicago, L.A., Kansas City, all these liberal cities, that's when you're going to see shit hit the fan, man. Because we know one thing about Jake. Jake is hell-bent on receiving handouts. Okay, Jake, they got so spoiled off the system. Like the scriptures say, you know, Jake trusts no oppression. Jake is so hell-bent on trusting the system to the point that they become dependent on it. And anything less than, they're not going for it. Okay, so it says face coverings criminalized, meaning hoodies. And as you know, a lot of Jakes, they run in stores like out there in Cali. You had this guy that stole 49 iPhones. And they got what they call snatch and grabs as well. A lot of times when Jake do these things, they got hoodies on, man. I mean, you got niggas in 90-degree weather wearing hoodies, running in spots. And if you see a Jake with a hoodie on in 90-degree weather, that should let you know that the nigga's up to something. Okay? It says any items worn that cover most of the face are now criminalized, with detention or arrest as the penalty. It says this includes, but is not limited to, hoodies, bandanas, hijabs, meaning head scarves, meaning you Muslim women or you Israelite women that like to cover your head, they would consider that illegal. It says the policy or the police will be the sole deciders of which face coverings is allowed. So what they're doing, they're basically putting you in a full totalitarian state. Okay, a full police state, which America has been a police state since 2001, since the Nueve Uno. Okay, it says fear is now the cause for arrest. Anyone wearing an item that covers most of the face who cause another person to feel afraid can now be arrested, regardless of the person's actions. So if I go in there with a Chicago Bulls hat on, fitted hat, and an Edomite woman say, "Oh, this guy looks like, oh, he's making me afraid," they can call the cops and have me arrested. Which a lot of this shit is not going to really pass for real. But then again, you know, we're coming into the times now that, hey, if you blink or if you piss or if you go out there and breathe fresh air, they're going to dispatch a task force to your front door. Like it was a movie called Songbird when it went into the C-23. And basically the cops was alerted to your unit if they suspected you of being contagious. You see, or if you wanted to leave the premises, they had to do a wellness check. And they got the AI bots to tell you, well, look, don't leave the house. The cops are being dispatched. So they're coming into full lockdown mode, man. Okay, and what are the chances that this is Washington, D.C., which is British Columbia, which is pretty much, or District of Columbia, Slovakia. But what are the chances that this is like the capital of the country, so to speak? You know, but it says gathering of 2 or more people criminalized, goes into the camps. Most camps got 3 or more brothers in it. So 2 or more consider mob action. It says gathering of 2+ people criminalized. The police can now designate any neighborhood as high risk, allowing them to arrest innocent people for gathering in groups of 2 or more. If police suspect they might commit a crime, they could be fined or imprisoned. So that goes for the street speakings, man. Okay, you go on the streets, then they may decide to say, hey, look, y'all can't do that. Y'all need to break up or we're going to arrest you. You may have to start sending the brothers out 2 by 2. As the scriptures say that the Lord sent the disciples out 2 by 2. So, you know, if that is the case, then, you know, the bigger camps, you may have to set up 2 by 2 brothers in, you know, in different parts of the city and go out and teach the word. You know, which in my opinion, hey, that could work as well. You know, because technically, I mean, only 1 brother can go out and teach and do a lot. But 2, you know, hey, you could do a lot with 2 brothers in a camp. You know, it says active duty of officers is now in secret. It says the public would no longer be able to know if an officer who is found to have engaged in misconduct is still active for duty or not. Going back into Darren, what's this guy named Darren Wilson that shot that Mike Brown cat? Hey, a guy like him, hey, he could still be on the force with no known fouls or charges against him, man. Okay, and this is what we've been warning you Israelites about. Things are getting ready to take a turn for the left. Okay, you thought 2020 lockdowns was something when they was prompting you to put the face diaper on and harass you every chance you got. No, this thing is getting ready to gear up even more, man. To the point that, hey, you leave your crib, hey, you may get shot on sight. Because this is the type of world we're living in. You see, it says killing car chase suspects now legal. It says so police can now kill suspects during car chases, a practice that is currently banned. Yeah, like basically if they steal a car or they're on a high-speed chase, you can't kill the person. Okay, if they get away, then you got to let them go, or you catch them, you detain them. But it says the police will become the sole decision maker about life and death, regardless of guilt or innocence. Wow. It says show your papers, Metro law. It says the police will now be able to immediately arrest anyone who's suspected of misconduct while riding a Metro who refuses to share their name and home address. For instance, if plainclothes officer demanded your address on the Metro, not telling them now could lead to an arrest. Okay, meaning basically if you don't show your papers, they can lock you up. You see, draconian. It says body camera restrictions removed. It says the plan will overturn current policy that prohibits the police from viewing their own body camera footage before they write statements. It says this has nothing to do with lowering the crime rate, and discarding a gun will become a crime. So if you illegally possess a firearm, which is already a crime, the moment that you drop the gun or put bullets down, you've committed 2 or more additional crimes. So if you keep holding the gun, you'll get shot by the police, and if you drop the gun, you're now getting a longer sentence. So basically, you fucked either way. And this is the unrighteous decrees that this devil is doing, man. Like, look at this. So-called beloved black woman and this fat eat the cat looking chick to the right. It's through, man. You people are through. Okay, and we've been warning you about these type of draconian methods. So this is the book of Isaiah 10 and 1. It says, what sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws, okay? And that goes into decrees, unrighteous decrees, man. Okay, because when you go into the word decree goes into a law, which they go before Congress. And then if they're passed through Congress, president signs off of it, and then they enact it into law, and then becomes a law. So if you break the law, there's a penalty for that, man. Okay, in the times we're coming into, martial law, economic collapse, banking collapses, man, new pandemics, all these things will possibly be implemented in them times, man, because, hey, they're going to need some way to police the people. Okay, like they call it order out of chaos, or order ab chaos. This is what it's looking like, man. Okay, so when you look up draconian says the word draconian to describe laws or rules that already are harsh and repressive. In ancient Athens, Draco was a guy who made some serious strict laws. So rules that are too restrictive or just plain unfair are called draconian. And all these rules and laws that they're coming up with is really set up to target you jakes. Okay, because you're the children of Israel, and they want to eviscerate you, man. Okay, they want to get rid of us as a collective. Okay, but we know that we're the hopeful elect. Lord's will, we're going to be delivered through this thing. But for the 2/3 of our people, they're through, man. Okay, so it says draconian. The laws of application excessively harsh or severe, very severe, oppressive, or strict. And this is a very oppressive society. Okay, from taxes to bills. Okay, to taking money out your check, which is another tax. Everything you paying is a damn tax. A bag tax, a breeding tax, a car tax, a bottle tax, a trash tax, sewer fees. It's all taxes, man. And it says very severe, oppressive, or strict, rigorous, unusually severe, or cruel, or relating to a characteristics of Athenian statesmen, Draco, or severe codes of laws, man. All right. Which is basically dystopia. Okay, look up dystopia. Dystopian world, same thing. So what is a dystopia world? It says a dystopia, a futuristic imagined universe in which oppressive societal control and the illusion of a perfect society are maintained through corporate, bureaucratic, technological, moral, or totalitarian control. Okay. Yep. It says dystopia refers to an imaginary place or state in which everything is extremely bad or unpleasant, hence the New World Order. Okay, this is basically their laws they're preparing for the New World Order. If you cross over into the New World Order, then you have to agree to these terms and conditions, or they can execute you on sight. Okay, the New World Order is going to be a dystopia for our people, which is the Israelites, and a utopia for the elites. It says the dystopian fiction is arguably defined as a subgenre of science fiction that employs a negative portrayal of an alternative society as a way to generate a new perspective of real world societies, man. Okay, a dystopian world, meaning that police state is going to be the main source of power. All right. So anyway, it says here, they deprive the poor of justice and the poor of the Israelites and deny the rights of the needy among my people. Okay, right, because with these particular laws and mandates that they're going to put upon people, this is going to take away people's free ability to worship Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Why? Because they want to put a micro C-hip inside you. You're going to have to go to them and depend on them for all things, man. Okay, like look at the counts of these people. Okay, look at the counts, man. This is the oppressing city. Like the scriptures say, woe to the oppressing city. It says they prey on widows and take advantage of orphans. Okay. And who are the orphans? It's our people. Because Jake is fatherless, man. Okay. And they without Yahweh Bashim and Yahweh Shai. All right. So, not Cutsy, oppressing city. Zephaniah 3:1. It says here, woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. And that's America, man. Now, when you look up the word oppress, Yanaha, Salakia. And it says here to oppress, suppress, treat violently, maltreat, vex, do wrong, to oppress, suppress, to treat violently, maltreat. And what is this place have gotten off of? They've built this country off the backs of Jakes, man. All the insurance companies, these Fortune 500 companies, these big corporations all got started up of oppressing Israelites. You know, like I was breaking down earlier, I was like, how in the hell we the ones that built this kingdom up for free, but yet we got to pay for every goddamn thing. And oftentimes we're charged more than other people. That's why the Lord said, rise and depart. This is not your rest. But it says, woe to her that is filthy and polluted into the oppressing city. Okay, it says she obeyed not the voice and she received not correction. And she trusted not in the Lord and she drew not near to Yahweh. And our princes were among, it says, our princes are roaring lions and our judges are evening wolves and they gnaw not at the bones to the marrows, man. And this is really talking about Israelites. But on the other sense, on a duality sense, you can apply this to the heathen. It says our prophets are light and treacherous persons, man. And when you look at these lawgivers, they ain't nothing but left-hand magi's, man. Left-hand prophets. Okay. It says our prophets are light and treacherous persons, and our priests have polluted the sanctuary and have done violence to the law, right? Because we can't even uphold our law, man, because we have to cope or under the scope of Esau's wickedness. You see? Like Mayor Bowser. Give me a fucking break. Look at this bitch. Mayor Bowser. What kind of fucking name is Bowser? Bowser. Like, she looks like a fucking Bowser. Got a short haircut, the thick neck. And the Lord got a special judgment for you fucking politicians, you mayors, you senates, you congressmen. Okay, you what do you call these people over the states? You senators, you state senators, you governors. Yahweh Shema Shah has a special judgment for you, especially this bitch right here. Okay, the Lord gonna do something horrible to this goddamn woman here, man. Because you know she ain't right in the spirit. And you know she's all about Esau, man. All about Muriel Bowser. You know she's all about his society. About pushing it. Look at her. She don't even look feminine. She just look like a man, straight up. The wide ass cheekbones, the strong jaw structure. Neck look like she lift weights. Got the short haircut. It's a goddamn shame. Muriel Bowser. And she's gonna get a lot of hate too, man.